Radio check.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
You're now tuned in.
Let's go.
To CONVO-19.
Turn it up.
With Keith Austin and Georgie sipping 40. Yeah.
We live.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe we're doing this right now. But
All right, man.
oh, there he is.
He wouldn't quit hounding us about it, y'all. So we live with the one and only Phatboy.
Well, right now it says he's muted and don't have a screen. What are you doing?
You're
Phatboy?
muted with no screen, Fat.
What up, Garen? What's good? All right, Phatboy. All right, now you're muted.
You're muted. Unmute yourself.
What up, bud?
Right there like that.
Yo, can you hear us?
Why? Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
All right, hold on. We about to give him the intro. Hey, Fat, we about to give him the intro. Don't talk for a minute.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
You're now tuned in.
Let's go.
To CONVO-19.
Turn it up.
With Keith Austin and Georgie sipping 40.
What up, Fat? What up, man?
What's up, pimpin'?
Oh, you know, man.
I'm over here sweating, working here. You understand? I'm working to try to get this thing to go, man.
Bro, you didn't have to put so much of a sweat up for this. It's just
Dang,
us.
dog. Hey, the top of your head shining like a mug.
Yeah, I know. I had to get my son to let me borrow his phone, and that was like pulling teeth.
But you know what, man? It's Keith Austin, Georgia 740, CONVO-19. We are joined by Phatboy of the TM Pushers. How's it going, man?
What's up? Can I crack my beer open?
You can do whatever you want, man.
What you drinking on a Yingling?
Ooh.
Gang.
Bro, you like Yingling too?
When we need to do the intro, man.
Well, we already did, man. We right now we just talking. So you drinking Yingling right now?
Oh, I'm offended. I'm offended greatly. I'm greatly offended.
Why?
Because I'm a legend in none of that. Jelly Roll's the only one that could get a legend.
Oh shit, hold on.
Radio check. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
You're now tuned in.
Let's go.
To CONVO-19.
Turn it up.
With Keith Austin and Georgie sipping 40.
All right, it's Keith Austin, Georgia 740. Today we are joined by legend himself, Phatboy from the TM Pushers. How's it going, bro? How's it going? You feel a little better? Feel a little better?
Right now, look, it only cost me a $25 Xbox card for my son to borrow his phone.
All right, so man, what you drinking on? You said Yingling?
No, I ain't drinking on Yingling. I'm on the bud tonight.
Oh, it's all
Oh, shit, son. Come on 1 second, son. Go in there and get my jewelry out of my dressing room. I forgot. I got to put my bling on, man. What the fuck?
Dude, this should have been scripted.
Look, I put my headline. Merchandise. Look, I put my little headliner up back here.
I see that. So
You keep getting in front of it.
nah, he's good. He's good. Now, okay, let's get right into it. This merch for the Pushers. Who are the Pushers?
Who are the Pushers?
Yeah.
The Pushers is any artist that's in the tri-state region, pretty much. Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama. If they're willing to push out merchandise and try to make themselves established as an artist, they could be a pusher. In my eyes.
All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. Do you have another phone on you? Like your phone?
Yeah.
All right. Now
All
if you turn the volume all the way down, you can share
Yeah.
this video right now. Do whatever you need to.
We're live on Facebook. You can share the link.
Okay, now you're going to pardon my ignorance now.
You're fine. We're just gonna go ahead and tell you to turn the volume all the way down so there's no feedback.
I feel you. I know how to do that. I got you.
All right.
Now, here we go. Get on this chair right here. We're finna go down.
That's right.
Now, you just told me. Just the volume down and it's still right there, ain't it?
Okay.
Let's start this. Can you give me just 2 seconds, please, sir?
Yeah. You good? All right. We
Can
wait.
you do multiples?
If you want to,
Groups?
yeah. Oh yeah, you can share whatever you want to.
Let's do.
All right, we're going
Let's
right
do
now.
multiples.
Yeah, we're live on our Facebook page, and we're recording it so we can put this out on a later date, like audio wise and stuff. You know, normal podcast stuff. Which Phatboy has been very vocal. What'd you say?
Don't embarrass me too bad.
Well, can't promise that.
Okay, 3 group chats. Can we go with that many? That's fine enough.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, that's actually been very vocal about our podcast in the past. We've had the instigator on, you know, the head of the TM Pushers,
Founder.
And then we've had, well, what you got there? Ooh,
classic. Bury Me in Tennessee. Go get that shit on Piff.
He only brought me a few of these. He said these right here was for supreme followers. Look, people that share
fans,
like the music. He brought me a stack of them. Instigator said, "Phatboy, only save these." His camera's backwards. I apologize, but only save these and pass these out to people that really truly deserve it.
Okay, so let's start this podcast off like this. Phatboy is the street team leader of the Tennessee Pushers. How did this connection come? How did this form?
Chris Wingo. He actually talked me into going to a Haystack concert. I never been to a rap concert before. That wasn't even on my bucket list. In 2011, I believe. I said, well, let's do it then. And so we went there. But we only got there through promotions by Steve Matherly on Facebook.
Okay.
What was it about the Pushers you heard from that day, or whoever was actually at that show that day? What was it about that you liked?
Well, the organization,
all there.
Everybody hitting the stage, you know, everybody just taking their turns and basically pushing their stuff. I really like Michael, what was his name? Michael Knight was there. He had this whole setup with CDs laid out, and he had a guy there that was helping him push his merchandise. And they had the big van with the Michael Knight, king of hip hop or whatever it was that he does there. I'm probably wrong, but that right there really got me right there. As soon as that happened, I started hitting Steve up.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's what I want to do, you know?
Now, what year was this?
I think it was 2011.
Okay.
In 2012, my middle son. So it was at Mount Eagle Mountain at the, it's called the Stage.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was just curious. I was trying to, you know, figure out dates and like how long we've been apart.
Facebook pushing promotions for ticket sales. And so we followed the instructions of Steve and hit him up on you know, instant messaging. And we ended up at the damn pharmacy on top of Mount Eagle Mountain. And I just looked at my guy and I'm like, who in the hell sells tickets at the pharmacy? But hey, that's what they did. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do during the shows, I guess. I mean, you know, anybody, get them in there, you know.
Bro, you understand, like, if you're trying to get, you know, a sold out venue of any kind, you go wherever people are at. People are at pharmacies.
And I ain't heard nobody else say. Nobody else said the pharmacy's got tickets for sale.
Hey, you just go wherever you can. You go where the people go.
Right. And so I went that evening. I ended up watching some of the instigator stuff, and I watched Inevitable. And that was the first time I ever heard Instigator sing, and I was like, dude, this dude right here is on point. You know, I like it.
So you see Steve, you see him at the show, you buy tickets at the pharmacy, you watch the Inevitable video. When does the connection form?
When I aggravated the shit out of him in his inbox.
What were you doing at the beginning for Steve?
During that time, see, I made T-shirts and stuff for our ball team. Baron Sexton took upon a baseball team in Rossville, Georgia, for my son, and for my son's team. He took up upon head coaching, and so during that time, me and him established a friendship over the next 9 years, and he helped me, and we helped each other to just basically make the coach look good, you know, as far as like uniforms and stuff. And we started talking to people and connecting with deals around town and out of town. You know, we got stuff coming from out of town, from up north and everything, as far as like baseball merchandise goes and football. And so that's what got me hitting Steve up. Was like, hey man, you know, you need anybody to push T-shirts and stuff? I mean, I could press that up. You know, I could press up any T-shirts right here. Fast forward, you know, this is what we it's what I do for my guy. I mean, you know, hats. Got plenty of hats.
Mhm.
Actually, Austin has this hat right here.
I do. Yeah. I'm pretty sure CJ from Space has that hat now, though.
And then, you know, I told him we make toboggans and you know, whatever. I mean, you know, hoodies and stuff like that.
What was it that made you gravitate towards Steve?
I just felt a raspiness in his music, man. It just like I could relate to it, you know. I'm like, damn, you know, it's just like aggravation in life. You just take it out, you know. It's just like, ah! That's just how I felt with him. And so whenever I kept hitting him up, I kept watching his music. It fast forwarded on to some more Dunlap songs, Emma, the Emma song, and then I got to watching that. And there's a great backdrop story to that. That's just wonderful as hell. I thought it was cool. What's that other song that he did? I can't really remember. He did.
I pray. What's another one?
He did a song with Haystack. Where am I going?
Oh, where I'm going, yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. So you said it was around 2012 when you went to your first show. You met the TM Pushers. Before that, did you have any influences in the hip hop game of Tennessee?
I mean, you know, I grew up. I always listened. I live in the ghetto, so I mean, you know, I always listen to rap music. You know, when I grew up, 3-6 Mafia, you know, Bun B, Bone, all that stuff. That was all me. You know, growing up, Mr. Biggs, all that. I listened to everything. And then when Haystack hit the scene, and I heard the White Boy song, you know, Car Full of White Boys, I was like, man, a Caucasian with some persuasion. I've been a fan ever since.
It was over from that. We had a super fan. A super fan was born.
Super fan was born in 1999 with Haystack. Even got to meet the guy through my guy Steve multiple times. I've met Haystack a few times. We've even done a show with him.
Bro, how grateful were you
to do the show?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's like a pipe dream. It's like, damn, you know, Georgie was there. Look, they tried to get me to go on stage. I was, man, you got me messed up, man. I'm not gonna go up there with these folks. I don't know what I'm doing. Look,
bro, you gotta be able to be the hot man.
I'm out there singing every word, man. Look, I know Steve was like, oh my God, I wish he'd just shut up because I'm on Steve's ass. Look,
Phatboy was up there going.
Listen, the whole time we were there, Phatboy did not lose his smile one time. It was ear to ear. He was just staring at Stack the whole time. Like,
you ever get a little emotional that you met someone that you looked up to so much?
When Haystack lifted his shirt and showed that little belly boy, Phatboy was a happy man.
Whenever you finally, let me tell you something, and it don't matter. This same formula applies with anybody in life. You got these people that's got higher stats than you got, or you feel like they got higher stats than you. Really, in actuality, they put their pants on the same way you do every day. Theirs just might weigh a little more because their pockets is heavier. But when you finally listen to that person for so long and you get this image of them inside of your head, it creates your own mindset of how you feel about that person. And when you finally meet them, you see emotions that just like rage on you. You know, it's like, damn, this is cool as shit. You know, it's like, damn, hell, when we was at that concert before I, you know, the first time I met Haystack, Chris Wingo was standing there and he was like, look, they pulling in. I was like, hell yeah, man, I couldn't wait for him to get on stage. I didn't know what to expect. I was like, it was 2012. So this is my first hip hop concert. And I'm like mind blown. And I'm drunker than hell. Look. And man, the SUVs pull in, man, they pull in like the motorcade, man. Like Haystack was rolling with Big Snap and a bunch of other folks. And man, they all pull in these big black SUVs. I think Black Fly was there with them recording videos and stuff. And you're like, hell yeah. And Chris is like, look, the backstage is open. The gate's open. Let's go. I said, well, let's go then. Shit. Man, not knowing what the hell. I thought I was going to get attacked by some security guards or something. It wasn't nothing like that. So to these people that go to these venues, look, when you go to the venues, just know that if you just take your time and don't overact and just be cool, man. These people, they're there to meet you. You know what I'm saying? Like I went backstage, Stack was over there signing some autographs for this lady. I'll never forget it. And you know, he just had on jogging pants, just regular casual gear, man. He's fixing to go on stage. All these other people were just like surrounded, like it's somebody had like a security team around his ass, you know. And we're just sitting there. This dude was standing there, and I'm like, yeah, man. I said, I'm finna try to get over there and meet dude, man. He was like, shit, I got to walk over there, bro. And I walked over there, and hell, Stack got done with that woman. We let him get finished up, and he come over there and signed autographs for my old lady at the time, and Chris Wingo and Nina Wingo, and I mean, it's just like, wow, you know, it wasn't as difficult as what I thought to actually go to a rap concert and meet the people that you might not ever see again in your life, you know?
Yeah, it is a surreal feeling, like to listen to somebody for so long and then you finally get that chance to walk up and meet them and have a conversation. Like, it's just a surreal moment to know, like, this person is real. Like, because you create a false sense of who a person is just because you hear them all the time and you never see them. But when you meet them, it's like, damn, he's a real person.
Right.
A real interaction.
Now, sometimes that can backfire on you. You might not want to get too close to the image of the person that you idolize because they might not be the person in actuality who you really think. So whenever you feel like somebody's a celebrity, you can touch base with them, inbox them, talk to them. That's what these people are around for. They want to hear that feedback. That's what drives this music. I tell people all the time, hit Steve up, hit them all up, hit whoever up, you know, hit them up and tell them the inputs. Don't be scared to tell them your opinion of what you feel like the music should be. Even if you don't even know what you're talking about. Like me, I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, but I'm on the phone telling Steve, man, you should be more darker in your voice. You should be deeper, Steve. And dude's just like, he heard so much from me, he ended up saying, hey, man, you want to come meet me, man, help me sell some CDs?
But no, to be real though, when it comes from an artist like myself, it means so much when someone would come and, you know, talk to me or message me and be like, hey, you know, I've heard the song, I really like it. I like when you do this. I like when you do this. I wish you would do more of, let's say, this sound or do more music like this. Like, you know, a little bit of that input, it always comes a long way.
Some artists are humble, you know. The ones that are humble are the ones that I mess with. If you are humble in your music and you deal with if you talk about the struggles in life and if you actually put some scenarios that I'm having in you talk about Bugattis and $250,000. I don't have that in my life. You know what I mean? But if you talk about having to come up with light bill money and you know, running out of gas, then, you know, that I could probably relate to that a little more. So, I mean, I'm going to listen to that type of, you know.
Yeah.
How y'all pronounce that? Genre of music. I watched the podcast with Jelly the other day, and he had the best idea, man. The eliminating the genre out of music and just making music, just making songs, you know, just tracks.
Well, even though Jelly did say that, and to a certain degree, I do agree with him, but I do think genres are a good thing because it's easier to find what you want to hear if there's a genre. Now, every now and then you'll hear something from outside the other genre that you like, and it kind of like cross borders. But when you have genres, it's easier to find things you want to listen to. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah. So it's been hard, like, to classify, like, I don't know, white rappers. That just don't sound appealing to me. I mean, you know, Caucasian hip hop artists. I mean, it sounds a little better, stuff like that. I mean, there's so much difference in it. I mean, it's something crazy that's just over my head. You know what I mean? Like, I got stuff that I like, and I just call it rap. I mean, that's just how I've always called it. I mean, some people call it hip hop, some people call it something different. I mean, it's just rap to me. I mean, if they get on the mic and it's got a verse and it's got a lyric, you know, it's rap.
Well, we've kind of, you know, danced around the idea of the Tennessee Pushers, and you talked about the show. Now, back in 2011, 12, or whatever, when you first got introduced to Instigator, was there anybody else around the Instigator that was, I guess, in his camp that you also really liked?
DJ Muddy Water, man, he's great on stage, man. Dude is awesome. He is crunk. He is the hype man for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. I mean, if you've seen this podcast, we definitely talk about Muddy a lot.
Dude was there. Hey, DJ Muddy Water was at that Haystack show. I think it was called Hick Hop on the Hilltop. I believe that's what it was called, and it was like promotions I think it was a Haystack show, but it was promotions for Michael Knight and a couple other people that I'm sorry, I just can't remember. I still have the flyer, the poster, but definitely DJ Muddywater got on stage and was like, any single ladies there? I sent my old lady up on stage. I was like, man, you better go. Because, like, I'm that guy on the end of the stage slapping you on the ass. Get on up there. Look, get up there. Don't be scared, man. Just,
Hey, that ended up biting Michael. That ended up biting Phatboy in the end, didn't it? We ain't gonna talk about that.
I found something out. I found DJ Mudwater sent he sent one of them ones my way, look, to try to off, look, and put me and I fell for it. And when I found out, I'm laying there, we chilling afterwards, and she starts singing an Instigator song, and I was like, what the hell? Look, and I was like, you're a Pusha fan? Look, she was like, yeah, and I was like, when I found out it was DJ Muddywater at center, man, where'd I see him?
All right. So besides that one certain show, all this groundwork you've put in with the TM Pushers, all the place you've traveled with Steve and done all these things, who are some of the artists that you've met and you've just been happy that you got to meet them?
Through Steve, I met a lot of people through Steve, man. A lot of people I never even thought for one second that I would ever remotely be around. I met Haystack a few times, Jelly Roll. I met this. You talking about like in a greater stat or just?
Yes, yeah. Like, in a greater stat.
Because I've met some killer ass dudes that make music like Solo and T-Rise and stuff like that. I mean, but I'm saying like if you want to talk about like what we consider a greater stat, I would say Jelly Roll, Haystack. I got to meet Project Pat. Sorry you missed it.
Shut up.
I actually, dude, man, I hit Project Pat's brother in the nose with a piece of rebar. Trying to break. We was trying to break in. We was at the studio trying to break in Steve Matherly's car where somebody locked the keys in the car. And a piece of rebar slipped out and hit his little brother. And if you're ever seen Project Pat on a stage or in person, he ain't no little dude. And his little brother is bigger than he is. This dude's like 6'10", 300 pounds. And I was like, oh man, bro, I'm sorry, man. I'm looking up to him. He was like, man, don't even worry about that. He was like, don't worry about that. And they was real down to earth people, man. Like they, 3 6 Mafia, whenever I was growing up, I used to listen to all that, and to actually meet this person in person, it's like, wow. I'm just like, damn. And we're in the studio just chilling, which,
Yeah, man, I feel you. So,
Bubba Sparks, y'all got to get Bubba Sparks on this show. I swear to God, he's so freaking looked over. Like, me and Chris Wingo and Bo Smith went to a concert of Struggles. I got to meet Struggle, too. We went to a concert of Struggle Jennings in Nashville. And Yellow Wolf pulls up. And when Yellow Wolf pulls up at venues, he gets attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, and my buddy Chris was a fan of Yellow Wolf's. And he was like, man, there he is, man. And I could tell that my buddy wanted to meet Yellow Wolf. And I was like, man, go talk to him, man. That's what these people are here for, man. That's why they come to these venues. If you go to a venue, that's what they're here for, is the meet and greet. And so whenever he walked out there, and, he was talking, his mom was there and stuff like that. And they was out on the balcony. And I was like, hey, man, let's go over and talk to him. So I went and talked to him, try to get some promotions. If I run across anybody, I'm always trying to get promotions. I've tried everywhere from Florida to South Carolina to everywhere. I want promotions. I even if it's just you holding this CD up, like Young P Man right there.
Shout out Young P.
I want that thumbnail. You feel me? I want that thumbnail. Look. Boom. But anyhow, and so, we ended up meeting the guy. So, I mean, it's
yeah.
But Bubba Sparks was in the background, and we didn't even know it. We didn't even recognize him. He looked so different.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. We would love to have Bubba Sparks on.
You need
if you
fight the hell out of him in his inbox until you get him.
Bro, I was thinking, if you want to also help message us and get a hold of Bubba Sparks, we would love that.
Steve will be able to help you faster with that because Steve knows all of them, like on a music level, more personal, on track type deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was one of the ideas too, but it never hurts to have more cooks in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Do what now?
I'm saying that's not a bad idea to let Steve do it, but I'm also saying that like it never hurts to have more than one cook in the kitchen. If
Right.
you want to help message them, I mean, it might go a long way.
Hit stitches up when I was in Miami. Look, oh man,
Listen,
to his manager that was way in New York, all kind of crazy stuff. And I told him, I was like, look, I'm trying to get some promotions for the Tennessee Pushers, blah blah blah. And you know what? To tell you the truth, they freaking stole my idea, man.
listen.
What was the idea?
Selling shout outs.
I'll let you know right now. Phatboy has no shame messaging anybody.
Oh no, I saw your messages in Jelly Roll after our interview.
Hey,
You think he was writing an essay?
those mouths don't get fed, baby.
Bro, I woke up. I had to go to work that morning, and I get these screenshots of you sending these messages to Jelly Roll, and you were talking to him like he was one of us, like he was your little brother. And you were like, "Listen, this is what I think needs to be done. I love when you talk about this and this and this. You know, like Georgie's like my stepson, or whatever exactly you said. But you were real about it.
Yeah, he is like my stepson. The one that don't want to talk to his stepdad.
That's what most kids are like.
My son's lagging on the
This is the thing about Phatboy.
computer over here. He said he's on the laptop saying I'm lagging, but this is not recorded live, right?
No, we're good.
Okay, cool.
It's like it sounds like you're listening, but you're not.
Right. Okay.
Listen, this is the thing about Phatboy. If you don't talk to Phatboy on a daily basis, he thinks you hate him.
I'm gonna get offended. You damn right. What the hell's going on, man? Don't keep me out the loop, man. I'm here, man. Hey, I'm here.
Bro, we have lives sometimes.
Do what?
Sometimes we have lives that get in the way.
Oh, damn about your life. Your
Bro,
life down here.
Bro, I have an actual live show and a podcast for Rodney, and we don't even talk to each other every day.
What sounds lame then?
Phatboy don't care about that. All right, let's move past that. What you are the street leader.
Thumbnail.
We can only have one thumbnail.
Oh, okay.
Listen,
You only get.
Phatboy is the street
Do you-
team leader.
What?
Do you really only get one thumbnail?
If we want to have a thumbnail, we can only use one. We can't use multiples.
Okay. Well, check this out. This is how we're gonna use the thumbnail. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right, Jelly Roll. I seen a live video where he had yanked his shirt off and was representing us fat asses headed to the damn swimming pool. Look, so I'm gonna give you a thumbnail.
Okay.
All right. Phatboy is the street team leader of the Tennessee Pushers. What is the street team leader of the Tennessee Pushers?
I don't know. Besides just aggravate the hell out of Steve every day.
What do you do? What do you do for your role?
I try to come up with a good price for the merchandising. I try to set all these prices, stuff like this. I mean, that's definitely what the street team managers is control of. You know, try to figure out like what type of ideas that we could do to push this merchandise and this brand out, because we want this brand to be exposed. You know, we don't want it just to be exposed to the personal. People. No, we want it to go worldwide, and we have went worldwide. I've sent Pushers merchandise, and Steve will tell you, to England. You know, I mean, I got fans that come aboard whenever I was telling them about the merchandise, and some of them's on here now. We are actually on one of the websites that is nationwide. Like, this is, I mean, worldwide. Scareglow's house is for those that don't know, it's a Masters of the Universe group with like, I think it's got like 4,000 people in it right now. Maybe that might not be the same one, but it's close to it. I mean, there's a lot of people. Like, we got people that we do these live shows with all the time. I mean, you know, from Texas, it starts in Texas at John's house, and then, you know, everybody's just all over the place from United States and Australia. And I mean, whenever you get into that type of stuff, and don't let me get off topic here, but whenever you get into going worldwide and shipping merchandise worldwide, that shit becomes a whole different atmosphere, because then you're going from American US dollars to euros and Great British pounds and Canadian money's different, Australian money's different. I mean, it just really is like something just.
A lot of people don't realize that Phatboy has messaged hundreds of people just promoting. Like, he's actually put a lot of work in.
Yep. I'll always give Steve any kind of promotion. I mean, any kind. Steve's my guy, man. I mean, it doesn't matter. I feel like this is what I feel like, and this is why I have messaged Haystack. Even though Steve didn't tell me to do it or anything like that, Haystack, Jelly Roll, people like that, Stitches and stuff like that. Because Steve, I feel like Steve deserves to shine. You know what I'm saying? He deserves to be right there. I mean, Jelly Roll said it himself in the last interview that y'all done. He didn't do nothing no different.
Yeah.
Steve and everybody does the same thing. When Steve hits the studio, whoever he takes with him, it's all done the same exact way.
Yeah. All right. So we've talked about
Nick pop.
Oh, I didn't hear. What did you just say?
Sometimes it just takes one little niche, one little click, and it just goes. You know what I'm saying? It just look at Sean Cooley. He did that. He did that Russian roulette song, and it went viral. I mean,
Yeah. No, I agree. So we've talked about Instigator a lot. Who are some other people that you really have worked with that is part of the Pushers brand?
J Rock, most definitely J Rock, Roach Baby, Bama, Young J, Young P, man,
Georgie.
T Riser. Now I'm not gonna name you, man, because you should be like the last on the list.
He directed a whole video for me, and he's talking about I'm not gonna name you.
I love you to death. Promote your ass. Let me tell you something. If it ever goes from this level to this level, and I'm there, you will be just like I treat when J Rock hits the scene, when Roach Baby hits the scene, when Steve hits the scene. Let me tell you something. If I'm on that block, they signing autographs, baby. It's an autograph session. It doesn't matter where we're at. I've had J Rock in pool halls filling out autographs, signing T-shirts. We've done video shoots at my house with the whole front yard full of folks signing. J Rock's out there signing. It's on and popping. You have to be there to connect with your fan base. I mean, these people are your fan base, and I want anybody, I don't care who it is, if you got the strive to hit that studio and drop that verse, you better have the strive to keep going. Don't just share it on Facebook and think that's it. That's not how it works. Negative. You got to put the work in. You got to get your ass out there, and you got to hit them venues up, and you got to push. You got to keep pushing. Hence the phrase, the pushers. You got to push, baby. It doesn't matter. You got to keep getting on these folks' nerves. Look, you develop a email, and you change the letterhead, and you send that email out to whoever the hell you got to send it out to. You push this. I've had the Omri King. If you ain't never heard of the Omri King, look him up on Facebook. He's got millions of followers.
Yeah, I know he is.
I've had him shout out to pushers and do pushers shout outs. Josh Owens from the Moonshiners, Kai Kelly from the Shocker from Mississippi, drag racing. You know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. You have to just keep getting yourself out there. Just don't give up on it. Like, whenever y'all had that dude on there and he started talking, that's what got me wanting. I didn't even want to do the podcast, but I was like, dude, this dude he's telling them the cheat codes right there. It takes 10 years. You just got to keep going. You got to keep swinging the bat. That's what he said. And that's true.
He is referencing the Jelly Roll, by the way. People didn't know.
Yeah,
I'll go check out that Jelly Roll interview. Jelly Roll really did drop some fucking jewels in that interview.
how long we been on here? I don't want to drag this out no 2 hours.
40 minutes now.
Hey, listen, we're capping it off at 45 minutes, so we're gonna, because I know Phatboy don't want to drag out no 2-hour interview.
No, I just want people to understand that whenever we share this stuff, this is my main goal of doing this podcast. When we share this stuff on Facebook, even though we cut up and stuff like that, when we share this stuff on Facebook, when we share this stuff on Instagram, we want y'all to go to Spotify. We want y'all to check this music out. We want y'all to check out anybody that runs across Steve, Instigator Matherly, because he's helping push them in this music industry. And you never know. They're the next person that comes up.
Yeah.
And you're going to hit other studios and you're going to see other people. But for us particular, the pushers, any artist that comes around us, we are trying to help push them up. But they got to be willing to help pull too. I mean, it's just bottom line.
All right. I've got 2 questions I want to ask, then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up with Phat. Number 1, before the Jelly Roll interview, did you believe Steve had that connection?
Hell no. Out of his damn teeth. I'm riding to Nashville, and this dude sitting over here talking about, yeah, me and Jelly Roll used to make music back in the day up in Dunlap, Tennessee, and that. I said, man, this dude, man, I'm sitting there like, man, this dude's so full of shit.
Bro. We knew.
So
We always knew.
Went to a dedication. We was invited to go do a video shoot for the Pushers. Roach Baby, J-Rock. Because, that's J-Rock's people. I mean, it's just bottom line. He knows all them people, But,
yeah.
And we get up there and we get to this video shoot. I seen this look on Jelly. Like, man, Jelly embraced Steve like that was his fucking brother. I was like, what? I was mind blown. I didn't even know what to. I'm sitting there trying to meet Jelly Roll because I ain't never even met Jelly Roll, and I'm so blown over the way him and Steve's relationship looked that I didn't even really get. I got my CD signed. Strictly Business is my CD. I got a Haystack and Jelly Roll. That's all I wanted out of the game. Hey, after that, the rest is just extra.
So you believed it after that, but that video that you're talking about, I'm pretty sure it's called Watch 'Em Grow. That was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So we were asking about, before our interview with Jelly, did you believe him?
Did I believe Steve knew?
Yeah.
They had a song with him, so I knew somewhere along the line.
Well, I meant more of like their relationship.
This is the real question to ask about it. After you knew that Jelly and Steve had that real connection, how much more did you fall in love with the Instigator?
Why am I stuck? Your ass asked me a damn question.
Steve wrote it down.
Did I fall in love with the Instigator? What the fuck?
Look, all right.
Give me the Addy. I'm gonna pull up.
All right. This is for real. My last question. What do the Pushers have coming up that we need to be on the lookout for?
Steve's. I think Steve's kind of keeping me on the dark because he don't want me to leak nothing. But yeah, stuff's coming up with Lil White, Haystack, Jelly Roll for sure.
I know Steve's got Croptober coming with Lil White. That one I know for a fact.
Jelly Roll signed the Pushers CD for me and made a video for me for Instagram. He was like, I'm signing the Pushers CD even though I wasn't on it. I think he wanted to be on that CD. He should have been on that Pushers 2 album, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, because I think he's coming on this other one, and it's going to be on and popping. And, we also got the song with Keith, with Michael Keith on there. And look, I got the guitar signed from Michael Keith for taking him up to Nashville and introducing him to my guys, man. My guys embraced him. I met Michael Keith in jail, and he sung so much that he got on my damn nerves. Look, I'm like, dude, just quit singing, man. I don't care if you can sing. I want to know if you just make music. Can you hit a studio and make music? And we carried him to Nashville, and Steve and J-Rock just embraced him, and Roach Baby, and they brought him in there, man. We was in the studio, and dude went in there. Steve took me outside. He was like, hey, you reckon he wants to jump on a struggle track? And I was like, I'm sure he would. And he goes in there, man, he just freaking kills it, man. Fast forward, when we made the video, Struggle Jennings walked up to Michael Keith, and he was like, you the one that done the hook on that song? He said, yeah. He said, man, you killed it, man. He said, you got any more music? He was like, yeah, I got a bunch more music, So who knows what the future holds? Maybe something will go forward. Definitely. But what was the name of the video, Georgie?
Of which video?
The Struggle video.
That was Pain, wasn't it?
Oh, I just want to know if you know. It's time served, man.
Oh.
All right, man. You got anything you want to say? You got anything you want to say to Phat before we get out of here?
I think we got it.
All right, man. You got anything you want to say before we get out?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I got something to say.
What you want to say?
Tennessee Pushers, baby, representing it. If you go back and check all these videos that we've been doing, you would know. You would understand. You got to open them ears and check this out. Look, we've done all kind of stuff with all different kinds of people. People that you probably listen to all the time. You didn't even know that my guys even was affiliated with those and had them on CDs and songs and tracks. So, listen to whatever the fuck you want to listen to, Jack.
All right, man. I guess that's a good way to end it.
We out of
Oh,
here.
God, he left. All right, man. Good
Well,
to be out. See ya.
That was Phatboy.
Phatboy.
Radio check. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
You're now tuned in
Let's go.
to Convo 19
Turn it up.
with Keith Austin and Georgie Sippin' 40.